We have some breaking inputs coming in. Prime Minister Keir Starmer spoke on the Epstein files issue, and his message is that nobody is above the law. So UK Prime Minister speaks about action being taken. He asserts that law applies to everyone. No one is above law. Rishabh is getting us more details on that. So tremors being felt in UK. Rishabh.
Well, definitely, the British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has now said that no one is above law, and this is something that happens, moments before the arrest has happened. Today, former Prince Andrew has turned 66, and now he has been taken into custody by the Met Police in London. So what we are given to understand that he has been taken into custody for suspicion of misconduct during he held the public office. I remember his name surfaced in Epstein files as well, and now he has been taken into custody. He is former member of the royal family. He has given up on the royal titles, and he happens to be the brother of the King of United Kingdom, King Charles III. So now what we're given to understand that he has been taken into custody, and Keir Starmer says that no one is above law, be it the member of, erstwhile member of a royal family.
All right, Rishabh, do stay on with us. Let me also go across to Sinjoy Chaudhary. This statement came in from the UK Prime Minister before the arrest of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, where he said that law applies to everyone. Sinjoy, can you hear me?
Yes. The fact that the brother of the monarch, the King of England, King Charles III, is not above the law is very important. And it's particularly important considering the charges concerned. First of all, passing of sensitive material to Epstein. Now that's not only a problem in any case. It's a problem that relates to national security. The second, of course, being close to Epstein and being close to a man who had very strong links with underage women. Now, those two issues are very serious ones, and surely the British government will look at them very closely. The fact that he has been arrested at all is very significant. It means that regardless of anything else, that the king himself and the government want to ensure there is action against Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly Prince Andrew. And this is very significant, particularly when you consider the fact that in the United States, very little has happened. In Britain, yes, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, and also action against Peter Mandelson, who was ambassador to the United States. So it clearly shows that in Britain, some action has happened vis-a-vis the Epstein case.
Sinjoy, do stay on with us. Let me quickly also bring in Rishabh once again. The message is very clear that even the high and mighty are equal in front of the law, just as others. So even, if you are Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and have ties to the royal family, you will not be spared.
Well, Keir Starmer is already under a lot of stress and a lot of pressure given the revelations of Epstein file. Few of his confidants have also been named in the same file. Now that Prince Andrew has been taken into custody, now the pressure looms on Keir Starmer as well, that how will his associates who have been named in Epstein file, what their fate would be. So that is something that is quite interesting to see from here on. But having said that, Prince Andrew's arrest showcases that the British police or the British government right now wants to ensure that they look acting on the revelations of Epstein file, and that's the reason this, and as a senior colleague was also pointing out, that the fact that Prince Andrew has been arrested is something that is in itself a big news.
Absolutely, Sinjoy. In fact, that is a very important point that Rishabh just brought to fore, and many would actually argue all of this happening now under mounting public pressure.
Yes, of course. Peter Mandelson is a very important member of the Labour Party, or close to the Labour Party. And let's not forget, Prince Andrew, formerly Prince Andrew, now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, is not just someone close to the royal family. He is the royal family. His brother is the King of Britain. And this is something that is very significant. One wonders when the last time such a senior member of the royal family was arrested for issues that could not only relate to links with underage women, but even just as importantly, leaking information that is sensitive to people like Epstein. We don't know where that information went, where Epstein gave it to, who he gave it to, and for what. All these things have to be kept in mind. You give information to Epstein, a financier, someone who has very severe links with underage women. And then what does Epstein do with it? Who does he give it to? What does he get in exchange? These are things that have to be kept in mind. Already, the British have taken very serious action, and we have to see what happens in other parts of the world.
Right. Srinja, can you also take us through the specific allegations against Andrew Windsor?
Well, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has been charged with passing on sensitive documents to Jeffrey Epstein. Now, Jeffrey Epstein is an American financier who had very strong links with underage women and was under a cloud. He was in jail, and there he is believed to have either committed suicide or something would have happened to him. The details are not very clear because new evidence is beginning to come up. Now, the fact that Jeffrey Epstein was handed over these documents is the worrying thing. Because if you're going to hand over sensitive documents to a financier who has links with all kinds of people, then there are two questions. One, what did Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, then Prince Andrew, get in return? That's something very important. Now, is this part of the underage women link? Is this, I give you documents, you give me underage women to go out with? Now, that is really worrying. That's the first thing. Secondly, what did Epstein do with these documents? Did he give it to someone else who would not be very happy with the British, and therefore this would be a security risk? Thirdly, what happens then?
All right.
What happened as a result of the passing on of these documents? That too has to be kept in mind.
All right.
So
Srinjoy, do stay on with us. We have Foreign Affairs expert Robinder Sachdev joining us on the broadcast. Amidst increasing calls of accountability, we're given to understand that Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has been placed under arrest. And right before that arrest, a message came in from the UK Prime Minister, Mr. Keir Starmer, who said that no one is above law. So asserting that it will apply to everyone equally.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Well, we're talking about the development in terms of...
Right.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, on the one hand, it definitely shows that, nobody is above the law. That's one. Second is that, Andrew Mountbatten, I mean, there are multiple issues against him, of course, regarding sexual, exploitation and all. I do not know if the case what the Thames police has is pertaining to that, or maybe it's more about the fact that, he had received a report of a visit that he had taken in an official capacity, right, to some Asian countries, and he forwarded that entire report to Jeffrey Epstein. So that is clearly a case of, forwarding, sharing, or disclosing contents of a confidential governmental document with an outsider who had no clearance to be receiving those documents. So I think prima facie, that is one case which definitely would stand against him. Now, the issue is that, very often it happens, you're investigating one one case, but then certain leads come up which then take you into another direction also. So one, starting with the investigation of his, his misconduct in handling of official documents and Official Secrets Act, etc., would be, I think, pursued. And in the process of discovery regarding this investigation, the police may stumble upon some more hard facts regarding the sexual portion of his crimes.
Now, this is what we're picking up. This is on the suspicion of misconduct in public office, and it is an unprecedented development. But do you believe this is happening now under immense public pressure?
Oh, totally.
There's disturbance in the audio line. We'll try and connect with you again. Thank you very much, Mr. Sachdev, for joining us on the broadcast. Let me, in fact, try and go back to our colleagues if Srinjoy and Rishabh are still with us on the broadcast. This is an unprecedented development for sure. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has been placed under arrest on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Before this arrest, right before this arrest, came in a message from the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who said that no one is above law, asserting that it will apply to everyone equally. And ex-prince has now been arrested. We have former diplomat KP Fabian joining us on the broadcast. Thank you very much. It's an unprecedented development. We're discussing the latest Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's arrest on suspicion of misconduct in public office.
Yes, he has been arrested mainly because there have been charges that while doing his work as a promoter of United Kingdom's trade and economic interests, he shared confidential information and probably gained financially from it. That's point number one. Point number two is that this shows that in the United Kingdom, there is accountability, at least in this case, which is very important for any polity that claims to be democratic.
Absolutely. And right before this arrest came in a message from the UK Prime Minister that no one is above law. Do you believe that this is going to continue in terms of action, in terms of others who featured in that file when it comes to UK?
Yes, I suppose so. Lord Mandelson is there, and, there may be more heads to fall. But what is striking is that, action is being taken outside the United States. Within the United States, no action is being taken. That means the oldest democracy does not have the willingness and ability to correct itself.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Fabian, for speaking with us. Mr. KP Fabian, there, former diplomat, who says all this action is being taken outside United States. Srinjoy Chaudhary is making a very important point. He's questioning, what about the oldest democracy in the world? Are they not willing to act against the high and mighty who featured in those files? All action being taken outside of United States.
Yes, this has been said before. The fact that there has been action in Britain and very little and almost no action in the United States. Now, as Ambassador Fabian said, action against Andrew Mountbatten Windsor is a clear sign. It's a clear sign that the British government means business. The fact that no one is above the law, the fact that whoever is guilty or deemed to be guilty will face the consequences. So this is a big measure, and for this, the king himself would have been informed, and the government would have clearly briefed the king about the evidence that is with the government. Now, there are really two questions that have to be answered. First of all, what documents did Brian Epstein receive from Prince Andrew, then Prince Andrew, now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor? That's the first question. Right. How dangerous they were, how sensitive they were, is something that has to be worked out. Secondly, what did he get in return?
Absolutely.
That's the other question. Now, if these questions are answered, then the culpability becomes very clear.
Okay. As of now, as far as the arrest is concerned, as per reports, is on the suspicion of misconduct in public office. Enjoy. Do keep tracking all the developments for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us. Quick break on the broadcast. A lot more lined up on the other side.